the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Hornets come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Chicago Bulls. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
We are set to bring you the action as round 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs continues on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Giddey is the 1, with White by his side at the 2. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Herder in at the small forward position. And for the Hornets, the perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then it's Miles Bridges. Then there's LaMelo Ball. You look at Charlotte, and in Game 1, they handled their business at home. This team is hoping to go up 2-0 and take control of the series.
You know, I really think Game 2s are just so important. A 2-0 lead isn't insurmountable. However, a vast majority of the time, the team up 2-0 advances.
Here's Giddey. After Charlotte's three-pointer on the other end. Kick out to White. And on the arc. On target from range.
Strong response. When you make one on White's team, oh, he's coming right back at you now.
Miller. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. It really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. Here's the 3. And Charlotte, another 3.
Yeah, there's a 3 right back. LaMelo Ball answering the call.
Outside White. Six on the shot clock. Unloads. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And that one's good.
Great awareness by Sexton to find the soft spot. Nice pull up there, pure from mid-range.
Here's Herder. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Wing shot on the way, and it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Ball's got 8 points.
This looks like a shootout on the way to the score. Ice cream makes to start the game.
Down low. Here's Vucevic. Down it good.
On the interior, Vooch, like this man has so many moves to account for.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Pulls it from the corner. It's hauled in by Herder.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Pass to Giddey. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Yeah, look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Ball left side. Bridges outside. Over Buzelis. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist by Ball.
6 of their last 10 points have come from that mid-range area.
And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. Trailing by 2. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So for the Hornets, Diabate's checked in for Bridges, and Knipple subbed in for Sexton. Then for Chicago, Williams is checked in for Buzelis, and it's Dosunmu in for Herder. Now here's Dosunmu. Outside Giddey. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Giddey's got his second basket of the game.
Like sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
Sinks the tray.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Dosunmu outside. Back to Giddey. It's Vucevic, high post. Outside Giddey. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
For Chicago, Collins, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Phillips comes in for White, and it's Trey Jones in for Giddey. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Jones' shot is good. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
The 3 from Ball. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Jones against Ball. 12 seconds left now in the first quarter. Just 4 to shoot. Williams a screen on Ball. And here's Collins for 3. He buries it from 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Chicago ahead, leading by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Okoro and Williams are the small and power forwards. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Trey Jones. And it's Collins in at the 5 spot.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Jones feels it out. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Chicago shooting their first free throw tonight. Colin Sexton's checked in for Man. Terry's checked in for Chicago. The free throw off from Jones. Hornets trail by 3. Bridges passes to James. The 3. Drills it from deep. James has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What do you do?
Here's Dosunmu. Still without a bucket. Collins a screen. Dosunmu goes in. Soft touch off the glass.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Bridges outside. Back to Plumlee. Pass to Knipple. It's James on the wing. And the Hornets, another 3.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Dosunmu. Lots of room. And there's another one for Chicago. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Herter's checked in for Terry. And it's Josh Giddey in for Jones. And there it is for him. Ball's got 16 points now.
You know, when everything's clicking, Ball can steal the show. And we're seeing it right here.
Here's Buzelis. Outside Herter. It's up a 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
There's Plumlee with a 3. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Plumlee's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Dosunmu pass to Herter. Vucevic in the post. Plumlee on him. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has got his second bucket on the night.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Ball passes to Sexton. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. There's Plumlee with a three. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Chicago making a switch here. White's checked in. Giddey scanning the floor. Herder finds Vucevic. Back to Herder. From deep, Giddey sends it home from three-point land. Giddey's got his third bucket of the night.
And Giddey is working to improve this part of his game. The defense at least has to respect his three. He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
There's 21 seconds left in the second. Outside Giddey. One second left. And there's another one for Chicago.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Charlotte Hornets.
They're letting that team fire away from deep, and it's not doing them any favors. Something got to change, Jet.
Yeah, hard to win when you're giving guys all day to shoot.
And looking at where the Hornets stand in the series. Guys, game 1 went the way we thought it would. The higher seed taking a 1-0 lead in the series.
Yeah, if they can take game 2 as well, that'll put them in a very comfortable position.
Absolutely. Take care of business. Enjoy that home cooking.
Home cooking. Making me hungry. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Ball is out there with Colin Sexton. That's the Hornets 5. Giddey passes to Herder. Buries it from 3. Herder's got 11 points.
And Herder's confidence is really impressive. He believes every 3 he takes is going in.
Goes up on the wing. Yes, on the jumper. Bulls leading by 3. Outside Herder. Picked by Vucevic. And again, it's Chicago with a 3. three.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Miller. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 6 assists in the game. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. Pass to Vucevic. Outside Giddey. Now White. There's the triple. Counted from distance. 9 points in the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Miller on the wing. Fires the three. And Charlotte another three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Ball passes to Sexton. Over White. And it's Sexton. That time on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 8 assists in the game. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Such a reliable scorer. Herter is good for double digits most night, and he has been huge in this one.
And again, Charlotte with the triple.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Giddey finds Herter. Chicago passing it around. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
A massive reason they're winning. This guy hasn't missed a shot, not one.
Bridges passes to Ball. White with the steal. In transition, here they come. The pull-up. And there's another one for Chicago.
Oh, hustling up the court. White takes advantage of that uneven floor spacing.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Knipples checked in for Charlotte. Collins, he's checked in for Chicago. Jones comes in for Giddey. 1:09 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Knippel. Launches it. Hits the trifecta. Knippel's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yes, I know Knippel is a rookie, but he entered the league with a reputation from deep.
Collins with a screen on Ball. Takes a step back. Here's Jones. Tipped. Herter against Miller. And here's Knippel from the arc. And the Hornets, another 3.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And there's a pick. Jones drives in. That one goes. Count it. Jones has got 9.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
He gets it in there.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Right side Herter. Puts it up. The open J off the mark.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round 1 game continues. On the court for Chicago. Patrick Williams out there with Zach Collins. Then it's Trey Jones. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. And so here is Chicago. After Charlotte's three-pointer on the other end. Here's Giddey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Here's Diabate. He puts up a three. Oh, he drains the three, and he'll go to the line for one more. It goes on Patrick Williams. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Herder's checked in for DeSumel. It's Kobe White in for Jones. White, good.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Yes, sir!
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
White outside. Here's Herder. Now Vucevic. Now White. Shot clock at 5. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. He nails it with the shot clock winding down. Miles Bridges, 19-footer is good.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Shoot, this defense is giving me hope. Well, I think I can see Nintendo take a few buckets on this one.
Now here's Vucevic. From 15 feet away. Yes, sir! Count it!
He's been in the league long enough that late game moments do not scare Nikola Vucevic.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. Coach was blunt with his assistant. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. The shot is money.
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket. A must hit, and he did.
White with a screen on ball. Now Vucevic. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter here. Now Herder for three. Ooh, it misses.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Let's loose for three. The three is in.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Goes again. And he racks up two.
Seems like the pressure isn't getting to Herder.
Charlotte leading by 5. Here's Miller. He launches. It's money from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Late game pressure, no problem. Not a factor in Giddey's concentration.
Miller fires, and he nails it.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Ball there for the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Man, you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
That'll be a 5-second call. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the fourth. Vucevic, a screen on Miller. Here's Vucevic. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
The vision of a point guard with that dish. Herder dicing him up with the pass.
He drills the wide-open jumper.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
And an intentional foul right there. First one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. There's 10 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Here's Herter. Here's Ball. And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. And so the Hornets take the win. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to none now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.